Hey Pisces, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today we're going to be doing your money and finances reading. And no, I haven't set up the full Halloween set yet. I will at some point, but we have some little, Halloween infused items. So we have the cards, and we have this little guy, which is a skeleton doggy. Cute. We have our black candle for protection that's in the shape of a black cat. So I mean, it's a little Halloweeny, a little bit. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining this video. I really appreciate your presence here in the channel. And now let's find out what messages, predictions, advice is coming for the Pisces Collective for money and finances. So let's see how this area of the Pisces Collective's life can, unfold. This will probably be unfolding. This is for like the next 2 weeks. So if you watch this video when it's posted, it's for the next 2 weeks, meaning the second and third week of October 2025. If you're watching this in another year, trust that if you landed here, it's probably for a reason, okay? All right, so money and finances for Pisces. I'm reading cards upright, by the way, and we have the Temperance card, first card showing up here. So patience. You've been very patient, Pisces. I see her. So this is a Nightmare Before Christmas deck, and she's making some kind of potion. And it seems like the potion has, right, a spirit, a ghost, a soul. And the Temperance card, normally talks about remaining in our center, finding peace, finding balance as we go through a process or as we go through the materialization of a goal, right? Or in general, just focusing on our center. You may have been trying out different things at work. I see her mixing different ingredients and it's creating that essence. So immediately, what it makes me think is leverage your uniqueness, Pisces, in your business if you have one. If you work for someone else, someone else's company, still leverage your uniqueness. What makes you special? Normally, it is the combination of attributes, abilities, even things that you like. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's not even about like how many degrees or certifications or things you have. Sometimes it's the fact that you're a cat lover and that you watch Friends, and that just makes you so much more likable for some reason. And it may be that or it may be something else, but those little things, they add up. The more you let people know you, I feel like the more they get to appreciate you. Not everybody, obviously, because some people are stupid, but what are we gonna do, right? What are we gonna do? All right, so we have in the challenge position the Fool. So you could be entering a space in money and finances that is new to you, okay? You could be in this full energy of being very excited about the possibilities for something new. This could be a new project, new product, new business, new career, new studies. This is you being very excited about something new. Spirit is saying, study it, analyze it, think about it, like inform yourself before taking a leap of faith. So this is basically don't be stupid. And that's the second time we've used that word in this reading, which is not a word that I use often, to the surprise of many of you. I am quite sarcastic and I do swear a lot, but that particular word is it's not one that I use. And it makes me think that maybe one of you out there watching this video may have at some point of life been called to that, maybe. Or maybe you have a fear of being perceived as that. I don't know. But with the Fool, they're basically saying it's all well and good that you're super excited about something, but don't let that excitement triumph over the things that you know, not only your common sense and your intelligence, but the things that you have learned about strategy, about business, about launching, about, all sorts of things. Make sure that the excitement doesn't push you to I don't know, get something out before it's ready, get something going before it's finished, you know. Some of you could be feeling like you want to take a full-blown leap of faith, and Spirit is saying, wait, wait, take your brain with you. Follow your heart, yes, but take your brain with you. It's never gonna hurt. It's not gonna stop you. It's not that heavy. It will just prevent you from making some kind of mistake that can, maybe take you back instead of forward. We don't want that, especially if you're so excited about something new. Then we have here the Six of Cups in the recent past. So maybe you have received some form of investment, some kind of help, some assistance, some guidance. Maybe the universe gave you something. Could have been a course, could have been a book, could have been advice that can really make a difference for you. And Spirit is saying, use it. Use the gift that Spirit has given you, or that someone through, like Spirit through someone, gave to you, that could ensure success in this thing that makes you feel very excited. And here I see in this like potion, it looks like a soup, like a cauldron, right? And I feel like it's out of the bubbles and the boiling that the essence that comes out as smoke really like takes shape. So it may take a while, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be, so quick. Some of you may be so excited about something that, you end up rushing the process, and the full potential of it is not given the time and the space to really like mature. So basically don't hurry. If you're trying to bring something to life, or if you're really excited about something, there's no need to hurry. Being quick with it is not going to bring you success. What's going to bring you success is to actually be patient and thoughtful with the process. And yes, you may be very excited. That is the Fool card, being very, very excited to the point in which we become a little bit impulsive and a little bit, dumb. Not dumb, just impulsive. We don't think things through when we're so excited sometimes. Anyway, in the present moment, you have the Empress. Beautiful card that talks about prosperity, abundance, fertility. So know that you have everything that you need to make this successful. Know that you not only are favored by spirit and the divine, but that you're also someone who has all the right qualities needed for this kind of leap of faith. Project, product, business, career change, whatever it may be. So right now, if you are, you're being represented by the Empress in the present moment. So that means it's all about allowing things to get to you, as opposed to having to reach out for things. Allow yourself to be in the feminine energy of letting the answers come to you, letting the opportunities come to you, everything, the abundance, the prosperity, let it come to you. No need to push yourself and rush yourself into making something happen, okay? We have the Nine of Cups in the near future, and this tells me that you're going to be feeling quite proud of yourself. Not only about how you approach this, but in general, I feel like your self-esteem is somewhat improving. It could be for a million different reasons. All of them are welcome, to be honest. Like, I'm very glad to, I'm happy to see that your self-confidence and your self-esteem is getting a nice kind of like shower of love. Like, you're getting a shower of love, and I see you cheering. I see you going somewhere, maybe to like a bar or a restaurant, some kind of party gathering or something like that, and cheering to maybe your first sale, or maybe your first website being ready, or maybe um, your first email address contact in your email list. I don't know. There's something that you're going to be celebrating here that's going to be a big milestone. And I feel like you're going to be very proud of yourself. And it is going to be just the beginning. And you know that it's just the beginning, but that's maybe why it feels so important. because you know where this is going. You know that there is a lot of potential here. You have the lovers. This card is representing you right now. You're making choices, you're making important decisions, you are definitely being supported, loved, respected, contained. This could be by a partner, this could be by the public, you know. But I do see that you are also going to be very well led by your spirit guides. This is going to be an endeavor, a project, whatever it is, a new thing that is going to be just as it is yours, it is going to be theirs, your spirit guides. It's like they're going to guide you every step of the way. They're going to nurture you and take care of you. They're going to pump you up when you need it. You know, they're going to cut you some slack when you need it. They're going to really sort of coach you through the process. Some of you could be having a lot of nightmares. It's important to check. It is important to check what that could be about. Is it about what you're eating before bed? Is it about, you know, something biological, hormonal? Is it about something psychological, PTSD, psychiatric? Like, what is making you have those nightmares? I think it's a good time to get to the bottom of it. In your environment, yeah, it's like people are going to be cheering to you, to your ideas, to the way that you're doing things. There is celebration, there is an overflow of love and appreciation for you. The main message so far is don't let the excitement ruin what could be a perfect step-by-step process leading you to success. Then we have the Two of Potions next to the Ace of Potions and the Nine and the Lovers. Jesus, this is amazing, Pisces. Some of you might be going into business with your partner. Some of you guys may be investing in their business. You may be receiving an investment from your partner for your business. That could be the case. We have the Nine of Cups, the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups. This is massive and this is beautiful. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, some of you, maybe you were taking things a little bit rushed, and now, maybe after listening to this video, or maybe after something else gives you the message in life, you may take it back and start all over again, and maybe do it in a way that is more like step by step, more methodical, maybe with some kind of guide or something like that. And I feel like when this person sees you doing it the right way, and by this person I mean your partner, if you have one, it's like they're gonna be like, you know what? I kind of want in on this. Maybe I can't put in the handiwork, but I can put in the money. Or, you know, maybe I can't put money in, but I can help you with this, or I can help you with that. Let's make it, you know, something for the both of us. This, if you don't have a partner right now, could also be the way in which you meet your future partner. That is a possibility as well. This person, whether they are in your life or not, and again, this could be a business partner too. This doesn't have to be your partner, although there is a lot of very highly romantic cards. But this could be a business partner. And what I see is that maybe they have something that you don't. You have something that they don't. So it's a very good complement. Maybe this person is more outgoing than you are. Maybe this person isn't shy. Or maybe, you know, it's the opposite of you. Like if you are shy, they are not shy. Or maybe if they are shy, you are not shy. So it's like a good complement. And I feel like that could help you maybe expand the business with collaborations and things like that. Their presence there can help. Let's see what else is showing up here, Pisces. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so some of you could be pairing up with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you could be in that energy. Or you could be being perceived as that energy. So, you know, the thing about the Knight of Wands is that it is often a character that is perceived as unstable. Okay, not like in the worst of ways, but it's someone who gets excited and then change their minds. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in business, you don't necessarily want to be perceived as flaky, right? And there is a need here to show right now everything that you have learned in your life about maybe sales or business or international relations or whatever is relevant in the context of your life. It is now important to, and it's going to be like a reflection of you, to do it all the right way, to do all the step by step process, to create this thing, whatever it is, in the best of your ability. That's going to say a lot about you, and it's going to say the right things about you. So right now, your challenge is not being impulsive, not getting so excited that you end up doing something messy, okay? Instead, what we want is to go all the way to the opposite end of the spectrum and do things methodically, step by step, carefully, strategically, all of that. That's what's really going to be beneficial here, okay? And don't get me wrong, that excitement is the heartbeat of it all. It is incredibly important. It is not a problem. The problem is being so excited that you're tempted to basically put your best judgment to the side. That would be the problem. Not necessarily having the excitement. On the contrary, that's actually very, very positive to feel very excited about something. So that's one piece of advice that the cards have for you for right now. This is definitely a reading that goes for those of you who are craving a creative project or something like that. Maybe you're starting something or have something that is relatively new. Now let's see what this oracle brings for Pisces for money. We have plants, growth, card number 19. Okay, so maybe think of it as, the way plants grow. It is a process. Within the programming, the energetic DNA, whatever programming of a seed, there's the whole map that will make it to be this huge tree, right? If that's what the seed is for. All the information is there. But if enough time doesn't pass, it will never reach that point. There is still time nurturing, there is still a strategy, there is still seasons, there's still time that, it's just the way it is. Allow this to grow into that beautiful tree. Don't let your excitement start poking the soil and seeing if the seed is generating anything at all times to the point in which it might die. Like, really trust the process and really set it up for success. Let it be all that it can really be. Okay? And I feel like the fact that they're giving you this kind of advice means that it is destined for massive success. Otherwise, why bother with this advice, right? Then we have bushfires, card number 10. Fury. Oh, wow. So immediately what I'm seeing here is, well, obviously fire, intensity, all-consuming intensity, all-consuming fire. The energy of fire is associated with motivation and inspiration. And if you've ever been burned out to a crisp, you know that sometimes we get so inspired, and it may come from such a good place, that we have this ability to give all of this passion and excitement, turn it into energy, turn it into fire, but it tends to, if it's too much, if it's unbalanced, if it's not sustainable, if it's not strategic, it is all consuming. And it can really fuck you up. So don't let your passion consume you. Instead, use that energy of fire, that motivation, that drive, use it mindfully, carefully. Use it as an asset, not as something that gets out of control. Electricity, card number 36. Wildness, electricity. It's like you're going to want to be electricity channeled from the divine rather than this raw, uncontrollable fire. This raw, uncontrollable fire can end up hurting others. It can end up making you make decisions out of necessity, out of fear, out of impulse. It may bring down people involved. You know, maybe in the past you have gone through something like this in which maybe you did your best, but out of lack of knowledge or out of a lack of control or discipline, your passion may have ended up burning something or someone. So they're telling you here instead, think of it more as electricity, properly channeled through the proper cables, the proper structure. Like, make sure that you're setting the proper electrical structure for that energy that the divine is going to bring to you to be able to endlessly flow in a sustainable way. It's the same energy. If you take the patience and the time and the care to make a whole ideal electrical structure, you will have power and light for whatever you want for as long as you want. If you want to rush it, if you want to get it done quickly but not well enough, if you instead want to cut corners, if you want to have like cut corners, I think is a good way to describe it, then something might go wrong and that place may fucking, burn. And that's not what we want. That's why they're telling you to go slow. That's why they're telling you take how long it takes for the proper electrical structure to be in place. Give the seed enough time for it to become the oak tree. We have depth. Lake, card number 31. So what I see here is this castle and the foundation being underwater. So maybe there are some things that by you taking your time and designing this properly and going through all the methodical steps, it's like by having that time, maybe your emotional state will go through some healing as well, allowing you to better serve this project or initiative that you're hoping to bring towards success. Passion at the bottom of the deck. The soul. Wow. That's beautiful, Pisces. Allow your soul to be reflected in this thing that you're going to create. Now let's get some from the Pastel Oween Oracle cards, which I'm loving. By the way, I'll let you know later. Never mind, it's fine. All right. Pastel Oween. We have Future Glimpse. Trust the images in your mind's eye. And how crazy is it that we have this beautiful card there in the middle? Trust the images in your mind's eye. Potential unfold. Shape the future. Look deeper. We have depth card here. Beautiful. This is gorgeous, Pisces. Witchy charm. Harness your power. True magic lies within. Create your own destiny now. Wicked bite. Temptation calls. Take a sweet risk. Nourish your soul. Reward awaits you. Savor the sweetness. Silent shift. Shed all skins for growth. Silent power within. Embrace transformation, change, and evolve. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Pisces. So this is your money and finances reading for the next 2 weeks. I hope that it helps. Let me know in the comment section if that resonates with you at all. All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.